Welcome back to the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. I'm Emma.
And I'm Alex. Today we're tackling a subject that often goes under the radar, but is having a major impact on our health: light pollution. Specifically, how it's linked to Alzheimer's disease and mental health issues like depression and anxiety.
That's right, Alex. When we think of light pollution, we usually think of it blocking out the stars, but it's so much more than that. Light pollution is defined as the excessive or misdirected artificial light that comes from urban areas. And as urbanization grows, this problem is getting worse. The scary part? It's now being linked to cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases, especially Alzheimer's.
Exactly. Alzheimer's disease has seen a massive surge in cases over the last century, partially due to people living longer, but environmental factors like light pollution are increasingly being seen as major contributors. One recent study even found that people exposed to higher levels of outdoor light at night were at a significantly greater risk of developing Alzheimer's. That's a pretty alarming finding.
It really is. The mechanism behind it has a lot to do with the disruption of our circadian rhythms. Normally, natural light helps synchronize our body clocks, but artificial light at night can throw that whole system off. When our circadian rhythms are out of sync, it affects our sleep, and poor sleep has been strongly linked to cognitive decline and even Alzheimer's disease.
Right, because sleep is when the brain clears out waste products, including amyloid beta, a protein that builds up in Alzheimer's patients. So if light pollution is messing with our sleep, it could be accelerating the development of Alzheimer's.
And it's not just sleep. Light pollution also triggers inflammatory responses in the brain. Some studies suggest that artificial light at night increases the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, which are linked to Alzheimer's pathology. So it's a double whammy: disrupted sleep and increased inflammation, both contributing to cognitive decline.
Exactly. And it's not only older adults who are affected. Recent research shows that people under 65 may actually be more vulnerable to the effects of light pollution on mental health, including sleep disturbances, depression, and anxiety.
Which is pretty concerning, considering that up to 80% of the global population is exposed to some level of light pollution. And in Europe, that number is even higher. 99% of people live under light-polluted skies. It's no longer just an urban issue, it's a global health problem.
And the link between light pollution and mental health is becoming clearer. A study out of Bulgaria found that people exposed to more artificial light at night had worse sleep and higher rates of depression and anxiety. It's all interconnected: sleep, mood, and light exposure.
It really is. That's why it's so important to look at how we can reduce light pollution and improve our nighttime environment. This includes everything from smarter urban planning to individual behavior changes, like reducing screen time before bed.
And speaking of behavior, there's an interesting study from Malaysia that looked at how light exposure affects mood, cognitive function, and sleep. It turns out that daytime exposure to natural light is incredibly beneficial. Participants who spent more time outdoors reported better moods and improved sleep quality.
That's such a good point, Alex. Daylight exposure is crucial for regulating our circadian rhythms, and it's something a lot of us are missing out on in today's indoor-centric world. Just getting outside more can have a significant impact on our mental and cognitive health.
But on the flip side, too much artificial light at night, especially from screens, can be harmful. The Malaysian study found that using mobile phones or other gadgets before bed delayed participants' circadian rhythms and led to worse sleep quality, memory problems, and even concentration issues.
That's why it's so important to develop what researchers are now calling a healthy light diet. This means getting plenty of natural light during the day and minimizing exposure to artificial light at night. You can do this by using blue light filters, cutting down on screen time in the evening, and making sure your bedroom is as dark as possible when you sleep.
And let's not forget about community initiatives. Urban planners can design outdoor lighting in ways that reduce unnecessary artificial light, and individuals can advocate for changes that limit light pollution in their neighborhoods. It's all about balancing light exposure for better health.
Exactly. And while we're making these changes, Herbal Remedies can offer additional support. When it comes to combating the negative effects of light pollution, there are several herbs that can help improve sleep, reduce inflammation, and protect cognitive health.
Let's dive into some of these herbs. Valerian, for example, is known for its sedative properties and can help improve sleep quality. That's especially important if your circadian rhythm has been disrupted by light pollution.
And then there's ashwagandha, an adaptogen that helps the body cope with stress. It also supports healthy sleep patterns and has neuroprotective benefits, making it a great option for anyone concerned about cognitive decline.
Ginkgo biloba is another standout. Known for enhancing memory and cognitive function, it also offers antioxidant protection against neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. If light pollution is increasing inflammation in the brain, ginkgo can help counteract some of that damage.
Turmeric, it contains curcumin, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory compound. Given that light pollution has been shown to increase brain inflammation, turmeric could play a vital role in reducing that risk.
And we can't forget lion's mane mushroom, which supports the production of nerve growth factor, essential for maintaining healthy brain cells. Studies suggest it may help with memory and cognitive function, making it an excellent option for those worried about the long-term effects of light pollution on their brains.
Herbs like passionflower and St. John's wort are also important for mood stabilization. Passionflower works as a natural relaxant, while St. John's wort is known for its antidepressant properties, both of which can help combat the anxiety and depression linked to poor sleep and excessive light exposure.
And finally, Bacopa monnieri, an Ayurvedic herb with antioxidant and memory-boosting properties, rounds out this herbal support system. It's great for overall cognitive function, especially when you're looking to protect your brain from the effects of environmental stressors like light pollution.
It's incredible how nature provides us with these solutions, but it's important to remember that you should always consult with a healthcare provider before starting any new herbal regimen, especially with herbs like St. John's wort, which can interact with certain medications.
Absolutely. Herbal remedies can be incredibly supportive, but they need to be integrated thoughtfully into your health plan. That said, a combination of reducing light pollution, adopting better sleep habits, and incorporating the right herbs could have a big impact on cognitive health and mental well-being.
And the research is clear. The more we understand the connection between light pollution and Alzheimer's disease, the more we realize how urgent it is to address this issue on both an individual and societal level.
Agreed. Whether it's through urban policy changes, personal behavior shifts, or herbal remedies, there's so much we can do to mitigate the negative effects of light pollution on our health.
Thanks for joining us today on the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. If you're interested in learning more about light pollution, Alzheimer's disease, and how herbs can support cognitive health, head over to herbalbloom.org for more in-depth information.
And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Take care, everyone.